Going on, fellas? Welcome to the stream today. Appreciate you joining me on Saturday. Saw Bitcoin pump a little bit today, and now it's getting a little bit of a pullback. We're gonna wait a little bit for more people to get in here before we get started today. What's going on, Glenn? Hi from Australia. Hi from Massachusetts myself. What's going on, headphones for less? All the way down in Holland, man, nice. Greetings from Portugal. You guys are from everywhere, huh? Generally when I go on these, I feel like most people are from the US that watch my channel, but it's actually a lot of Europeans, a lot of Australians as well. Appreciate all you guys tuning in here. Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a dip right now. I think it's most likely on Bitcoin while we wait. I think it's most likely we probably come back down to retest this 37,695 as support, or we retest the wicks here up at 38,791, which we're just at pretty much right now. Okay, we're only like $200 away from that. So we could wick down to this and then retest. So look for one of these two as support, guys. Nothing crazy, just a classic or support and resistance flip coming up. What's going on, Simon? Give it 2 or 3 more minutes. Wait for more people to get in here before we get started today. Appreciate you guys tuning in. What's going on, Haseen? If I'm saying it right. If I'm not, I apologize. What's going on, QM? Thanks for tuning into the stream again, man. What else we got in here? Brandon, appreciate the shout out on the third comment of the stream. If you guys are new, press that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my live streams. We're gonna get started. We'll get started around 7:05. Wait for more people to get in here. The Ginger Mormon. What's going on? Texas in. Like I said, I do want to move to Florida or Texas next year. After our, one, after my lease is done, and 2, after, crypto goes off. So that's the plan as of now, guys. Move to Texas or Florida. I said Flexus. All right, guys. Give it another minute here. Appreciate everyone joining in today. Like we said, Bitcoin's taking a dump right now. We'll take a look at our supports. But, I mean, we have a couple support lines that we should hold. I mean, this is probably just going to be a classic support and resistance flip, guys. So there's really nothing to worry about here. Yeah, Raph, Ethereum's down, just like Bitcoin. Like we know, if Bitcoin dumps, we're going to see the altcoins dump as well. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, we'll get started here, guys. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. But just looking at a quick look at Bitcoin before we get started today. What we're really doing, we pumped up to our pretty much 40K, right? We went over it for a little bit. We went up to like 40,300, 40,500. We were kind of flipping in between all that, all pretty much all day today. And we just got a dump, a couple hours ago. And what I think we're pretty much doing is we're just going to come back down to retest probably either the wicks here as support and get a bounce, or we're going to come back down and retest this area, which has a lot of confluence here. And we haven't come back down to retest it yet. So we could come back down to this area as well and get a test. So look out for these two areas. We've got 37,695. and 38,791. Those are our two supports. If we break both of those, could be seeing obviously lower downside price action, but we'll look at those first. As long as we hold both of those, we're good to go. Just a classic. This is what happens when you make a big run, you come back down, you want to test it as support. That's a more healthy way of just going straight up. Yes, I am invested in Bitcoin. And just like you guys, oops, I messed up the line there. Just like you guys, I want it to go straight up, but you know, that's not the way the cookie crumbles, right? It's more healthy if you come back down and retest this old resistance, right, as new support. All right, guys, we'll take a quick look at Ethereum as well. As we're waiting on more people to come in here, we'll take a look at Ethereum. Yeah, so we talked about this for Ethereum, right, yesterday, in yesterday's stream, right? You just want to hold this general resistance area, and you're just holding it as support right now. So right now, nothing's changed, right? I mean, all the people in the chat and in my comments and videos today saying Ethereum's dumping, I mean, we've only went down 5%. So I don't understand the pessimism there. As long as we hold this, we're good. We're still in a bullish structure. Just a classic support and resistance flip. If we break below that, look for this, our old rising wedge resistance to become support if we don't. And then we get a bounce off that and we continue up. So everything looking fine for Ethereum too, guys. Nothing to worry about there. And then as far as our Cardano just keeps flying, right? I'm sure most of us want it to keep flying, and it is. But yeah, I mean, it keeps flying. You had, obviously we weren't streaming at the time, but you did have some bullish divergence play out there on the 4 hour for Cardano, and that mooned you even more, right? That pushed you up even more, which was perfect. You guys can see this keeps playing out, right? You had another one of them right here. We got higher lows. That pushed you up, right? You consolidated. You had another divergence. You pumped again. So we'll see what happens next. You guys know my next target is up here at 69,000. Sorry, not 69,000. I think I'm still in Bitcoin at 69.1 cents. So that's our next target there. Looking left. So we'll have to see. Obviously, it's a new day. So, but I expect probably us to hit that tomorrow. All right, guys. So we'll get started with your recommendations here. Like always, I like to lead it. If you want your coin to be talked about, you want to skip the line instead of me finding it in the chat and maybe missing it. You gotta leave a super chat in by pressing that $ right under say something in the chat for me to 100% see your coin, okay? But I'm gonna start picking from the chat until we start seeing the super chats come in. I will start picking from the chat here. So, yeah, the first one I saw was Adam here. But yeah, as I pull this up, guys, right? This is par for the course for crypto. Pullbacks are fine. It's funny how fast the sentiment really changes, right? Yesterday, I run, oh, great day for crypto, and then in my comment section today in my YouTube videos, oh, you said this was going up. It did, right? And it's just consolidating now, right? It's not going to go up in a straight line, guys. Anyways, Adam here. This looks good. You guys know we had our clear. You had your resistance. Let's switch to the 4 hour here real quick for you. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. I mean, you could say this was your resistance. You could say this resistance. Either way, it still played out perfectly. I'm gonna put this as the resistance. You back tested it and then you pumped. Your Fibonacci retracement to take a look at that. Yeah, you can see right where our candle bodies ended, guys. This is perfect. Your 1.618 is right where you pumped to. Perfect, right? These are your targets. You can see they played out pretty much perfectly here. You can see once we broke out, we hit the 0.5, right? Consolidated, pumped again, hit this 0.618, consolidated, pumped again, hit the 786, and then we pumped straight past our old high, and we hit perfectly that 0.618. So if this continues up here after a consolidation, your next resistance is all the way up there, right, at 15,985. That's your next resistance if you continue up. If you don't continue up, obviously you have no support looking down here till about 10 cents. So it's a wait and see. We don't really have any patterns playing out here. Don't really have anything as far as divergence goes, so we'll wait to see what happens there. But if you continue up here, your next target's 15,985. If you don't come back and back test this. So if you come back and back test this, that will be fine. That's healthy. That's fine, but that's the target on Atom there. Yeah, we'll take a look at XLM. I'm seeing a lot of FUD in the XLM comments as well, guys. A lot of FUD. And there you go, right? So all you guys that were, once again, in my comment section saying, oh, XLM's not breaking out. There you go. We broke out of our symmetrical triangle, right? We back tested it, and now we're pumping, and we pumped out of our rising channel perfectly, right? It's exactly what you want to see. And now our next Fibonacci's. Well, first we can look at our measured move out of this symmetrical triangle, right? That should be what should be our first thing. So we broke out right there. You can see our measured move is right up towards that 44 cents mark. So that could be our target there if we continue up for XLM. And then also, guys, take a look at our fib. Yeah, so that 1.618 lines up almost perfectly with that measure move to the upside. So that's probably your target there. I'm gonna get rid of this. Is your 0.618. I think I had that line drawn there because that was our wicks here, but you already broke past your local high here on the candles, and then you already came back tested it. So this is probably where you're going, is 44 cents. Because looking left, you got wicks, but other than that, you got nothing. Obviously looking farther left you do, but I'm focused on the short term right here. All right, so I got the first super chat. Can you look at BAT for me? Absolutely, man. Appreciate the super chat there. AC Money. So we look at BAT here, guys. Let me look at the daily real quick. Get a sense of what I'm looking at. Okay. Perfect. So what you did, I think we talked about this yesterday on stream as well. You invalidated your head and shoulders, right? You said you didn't want to get rejected here. You kept getting rejected. You didn't want to round out here. If you rounded out, you would have been making a longer term, albeit valid, head and shoulders if you get rejected here and you continue down. So that's perfect. You invalidated it. Now you're continuing up. Now, obviously, your next target on this, continuing up here, is your local highs right there on your candle close basis. That is your next move to run. Now, looking at the 4 hour. So looking at the 4 hour, it looks like you're just in a rising channel. So you're just in a rising channel. Pretty clear rising channel. There we go. I thought I clicked the first time, but it didn't want to click for me there. But yeah, you're probably going back up to, I mean, based on what you've been doing, I mean, up, down, up, down, up, down. You're probably going back up to retest this. But you probably will hit some resistance, like I said, right at your, well, it was your daily, but your 4 hour closes are actually up here. So I'm going to move that up there as the 4 hour closes. And you can see your top of your channel kind of lines up with that, right? And you did have a sort of symmetrical triangle that you did break out of there. You back tested it. So you measure move out of that. and top to bottom technically, right? At your breakout point is right at the top. So everything's lining up there for a move back to the top here of the rising channel, but obviously we have to wait and see what happens for BAT there. But that's what you're looking at, man. So appreciate the super chat, AC. I'm going to jump back in the chat until we start getting some more super chats in there. Appreciate all 85 of you guys in the stream. If we could keep clicking up that like button for me, that would be awesome. Appreciate you guys' support. All right. Yeah, I can take a look at CRV. So on CRV, yeah, so we looked at this as well. You broke, let me get rid of the fibs here. But I think that the resistances I have drawn are the Fibonacci's. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So let me put this one as well. So these lines I'm drawing right now are the Fibonacci extensions. So let me just put those on real quick, and then we'll get rid of this so you guys can see this a little better. Perfect. All right. So what you did is you broke out of your symmetrical triangle. You pumped out of it. You back tested it. Your measure move out of that, right? We take our top to our bottom of the triangle. Extend this a little bit for you. You take the top to bottom of the triangle. You put it at your breakout point, right? You pretty much, the measure move was pretty much perfect there, man. So that was perfect. Your Fibonacci looks like you kind of wick to it. Not all the way up, but it's up at 3.7 cents. That's your next target. If you can, looks like you're building some type of support here. Right there, right? So if you can hold this support, I'm going to flip that to there. If you can hold this as support, it looks like you also have some support here. But pretty much this box here in between these two green lines, if you can hold this as support and continue up, you're going up to 3.7 cents. Then after that, you got 4.23 cents and 4.55. So $3.70, $4.23, $4.55. Those are your next targets there. And it looks like, not really yet. But what started this all, right, for CRV was your bullish divergence on the 4-hour, right? Lower lows on the RSI, higher lows in price action, and that's what pushed you out of the triangle, right? Perfect. We don't really have an edge yet, so we're waiting to see what kind of edge we end up getting there, but it's a wait and see game. Appreciate the super chat, Mr. Ginger. Love the name, man. And I will take a look at UMA for you as well. Whoops, not EMA. We're not looking at any UMA. All right. So on the 4-hour, you're consolidating. Let me look at the daily real quick. Okay. So this is the one you already really pumped, right? You really pumped from this one. I'm going to look at the Fibonacci real quick just to get a case. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was expecting. So you already pumped straight to that 2.618. You can see how we wicked to it perfectly. You see how we're getting perfect support on the 1.618, right? So that's textbook right there. So if you were to continue up, and we'll look at the shorter term time frame right after this, your next targets would be the 3.618 fib and the 4.236 fib. So $56.68 and $65.49 are your two next targets. Obviously, once you pass the 2.618, which is right there, which is what pretty much you wick to there. But we'll look at the 4-hour as well now. Just wanted to get those targets placed in there so you can see them. I'm going to switch to the hourly because we're looking at a super small time frame here. It looks like, yeah, I mean, it looks like you broke your short-term resistance, and it looks like you could just be back testing your support. But you might not even come back down. It looks like you could just be back testing this area here. Well, it looks like you already did back test it. So it's either you hold this as support, or this comes back down and you probably get a bounce off this and then you pump up. But perfect, you broke your clear resistance. Now you're moving back up for that. And if you look at your Fibonacci on your shorter time frame, man, from your swing high to your swing low, swing high to swing low is right there. Those are your shorter term targets, but I mean, we're really worried about the long term, right? So if you can break back above 42, 46, 56, and 65, your next targets. Appreciate the super chats though, man. Cardano, yeah, I'll take a look at our Cardano for you. Appreciate the super chat, Bruno. Yeah, we just looked at this on the 4 hour, so what was it? All right. So yeah, we just talked about this. Basically, we pumped up perfectly. Right, everything's been saying for Cardano has been playing out. So, in my opinion, I think we're still going up to that 69.1 cent mark. Right, that's part of our Fibonacci retracement. I think we're going up to there. We already went perfectly up to this fib, right? The 56 and 56 cents, and that was pretty much our measured move here out of our symmetrical triangle, right? You swing high to your swing low, you extrapolate that at your breakout point, and you can see we pretty much that's pretty much where we broke out before we had a red candle. So that worked out perfectly. Now we looked at our fibs, and our next fib is all the way up at 69.1 cents. So huge stuff, could be continuing for Cardano. You can see here, just for a little educational purposes, you got your 4 hour divergence, lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in price action, and that's what catapulted you up. You had the same thing down here, right? Lower lows on the RSI. Where is it? Where was I looking at? It was on a daily. Was it on the daily I was looking at earlier? Oh no, this is all messed up. Hold up. It's sorry about that. It was back here. The other one was on the daily, right? So hold on one sec, guys. Now I feel like I have to find this. Bam and bam. Yeah, so it was right here on the daily. Right, lower lows in price action, higher lows in price action, lower lows on the RSI, and that pushed us again. And on the 4 hour, you just saw that we got divergence on the 4 hour, and that pushed us up again. So appreciate the super chat, Bruno. Look for that. 69.1 cents is your next target if you don't correct here. You could always correct, right? You're not going to go up in a straight line. You could correct and maybe retest down here at 56 cents. Definitely possible as well. I appreciate the 89 people in here. You guys are awesome. We're going to keep looking in the chat here. Neil, I looked at XLM earlier in the stream, so if you want to rewind, go ahead and do that, my dude. What else we got in here, guys? Yeah, I can take a look at ZIL. Yeah, ZIL looks fine, guys. No worries on ZIL. Don't be fretting little pullbacks like this, right? Everything is still bullish. We still broke that huge resistance that we had since December. We broke that, right? And now we're coming back. That we retested it twice, and now it looks like let me just switch charts here. I guess that's the only one. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it looks like you're just creating the rising channel now. No biggie. No biggie at all. So if you can break this rising channel low, right? I mean, this is going to be huge because you broke a symmetrical triangle, right? You broke a longer term symmetrical triangle, and then now you're in a rising channel on the 4-hour. So if you can get a bounce here, continue up, that's what's going to catapult you up probably to your next fib, which is your one on the fib, up here at 9.2 cents. That's where you're going. That was our first target, and then obviously our wick here at up at 10.3 cents is your next target after that. But this rising channel should get you up there if you get another bounce up to the upside. You don't really got anything on the RSI here to really tell you where you're going. So once we get something there, I'll let you know, but really nothing there on the 4-hour. Look at the hourly real quick. Yeah, really nothing there on the hourly either. So it's a wait and see game for ZIL. All right, what else we got, guys? Appreciate the 111 people in here. If we can break the all-time high again, right? So we broke the all-time high for viewers 4 days in a row. If we can do it for a 5th day in a row, that would be awesome. I think it was 245, I believe, was yesterday's high. So we're still early in the stream here. We still got time to get to do that. So yeah, we could take a look at Tron. Let's take a look at Tron real quick, guys. Tron on the dollar. Oops. All right, Tron. Yeah, you're doing it, man. You're doing it. Perfect. All right, so Tron on the dollar. You held that support. You're getting squeezed here. You're still, I guess you're still in that resistance, right? You haven't really broken it, right? You can see you kind of get a little bit of fake out above it again, fake out, but it's almost like it wants to keep consolidating. You can see how big the symmetrical triangle is. It wants to break out, but it also, I think the bigger movers want to keep consolidating. The longer this consolidates, the bigger and massive move this is going to be to the upside. This is going to be huge. You guys know our measured move from this, right? From our top to our bottom, extrapolate it out. If we break out somewhere around here, we're going up to about 6 cents, right? That's our measured move. So this could be absolutely huge. So it's a wait and see game, right? You obviously, as of right now, you are holding this support. You wick down to it again since yesterday. So what do we do here? We're coming close to this. It's either we hold this or we continue down, or we break it, right? And this has got to happen. We said technically by February 9th, but it's probably going to happen sooner. Probably, I would guess by either tomorrow or Monday, this thing has got to break because you're getting squeezed in here tight. And I'm just curious here. Yeah, you got a little bit of downwards resistance too. You can see I had a feeling. I kept looking at it, and I did have a feeling that we had a little bit of downwards resistance, and we do, right? Connecting the wick to body to body. So this is really, we got to watch this because this could go down or up pretty fast, right? But yeah, I'll look at AMP real quick. QM, appreciate the super chat, my dude. You're one of the guys I see in here every day pretty much, so I appreciate you being here. Okay. Yeah. So this thing, you got, looks like you had a pretty clear resistance there. It's probably clear on the 4-hour. Switch to the 4-hour. So very, very long-term resistance, right? Guess you broke it a little bit. It's a little bit of a messy resistance, but you get the point, right? You guys got the general point here, right? Where you got kind of your general resistance line. It's not perfect, right? You broke above it a little bit right there, but could have been just a fake out. And you broke it. Looks like you came back in, pretty much a back test, and now you're continuing up. So this could be huge. Let me switch back to the daily here, see if I can get a little better look at this. So it looks like you got a pretty important resistance that you're at right now, right there. Looking left, you got a resistance on it right there, resistance on it there, and there. If you break this, most likely, right? So watch this level closely, because most likely if you break this, you're probably going straight up to 2.27 cents, right? Which would be a solid move. Gives you a 33% return, right? If you break that, you're probably going up there because there's really no resistance in between. You can see straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So you got really nothing there. So you're at a critical point right now where you got clear resistance all the way up. You're getting clear resistance all the way up. So, I mean, clear support, right? And you're getting squeezed in between these two. So where are we going to go, right? This has got to break by February 8th. Same thing. Are we going to break back down to the downside, or are we going to go up and your upside target there is 2.27 cents? And you don't really got an edge on it. Looks like you might have. You had one here, but it didn't really, it played out to the upside, but you got rejected, right? You had a setup there where you had lower lows on the RSI, you had higher lows in price action, that pushed you up to the top here, then you got rejected again. So we'll wait to see if we get any type of setup here. It's not looking like we really do as of now, so we'll wait and see on that. But yeah, critical point. Got breakout, got to come in at least 2 days, right? And this thing got to go up to 2.27 cents. If you break this resistance line here, you could be flying, right? Appreciate the super chat though, dude. Yeah, and Tamer, I'm looking at AMP right now. Oh, you mean Ample? My bad. I read too fast sometimes. Oh, it's the same. This is the same chart. Yeah, so that's pretty much that, man. I mean, we just looked at it. It's pretty much the same chart. So one sec, guys. I'm having a little technical difficulties here. By 5.8. Yeah, pretty the same thing. So you guys got the general analysis there. So what else we got here? Did I miss any super chats? So we got AMP. We got AMP. Perfect. Appreciate the super chat, Timor. All right, let's start picking them from the chat here until we start seeing more of those come in. Appreciate all you guys tuning in so far today. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Come out with 2 videos every single day for you guys. All right. Appreciate the super chat, Dennis. You guys want to keep the train rolling, I guess. Can't even look at the chat. But yeah, I'll take a look at GRT for you. Yes, what did we say yesterday? We said we want to hold this general support area, right? I mean, you get a bunch of wicks and everything. We'll switch to the 4 hour. Yeah, perfect. So you double bottomed, you broke your clear resistance, right? Perfect. And you bounced up. And what are you doing? You're just retesting it as support. And as of right now, you're just rounding out here. So you could round out and continue the rally. That's perfect. You broke your clear resistance and you're back testing that as well. So that's super bullish, right? You're back testing your old previous highs. You wicked to your all-time highs. You're back testing these wicks here and your recent local top. So that's great. Now you're basically your fibs here from the top to the bottom. You perfectly hit your one fib, obviously. And then looking up, let me see. So your next one, your next target here for GRT is all the way up here at 1.618 cents at 1.47. So $1.47 is your next target there based on your Fibonacci from your swing high to your swing low. You could also have maybe some sort of upwards resistance here. Just a quick note. So watch out for that. Looks like you can be in some sort of wedge pattern. So if you can break that, that would probably be perfect. That would probably put you up right to there. So we can look at our measure move of that. Something tells me it's going to be exactly that point. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty much, that would make perfect sense, right? You're in this rising wedge. If you break out to the upside here on GRT, you want to go back and retest the top of the wedge and then break out of it, and then your target's 1.47 cents. As far as RSI goes, you don't really have an edge on the 4 hour. On the hourly for GRT, don't have an edge either. So you're waiting for some type of edge on the slower time frames there. On the daily you had one. On the daily, yeah, so this could be huge, man. Look at this. Your two swing lows on the daily, and you're getting higher lows on the price action. So this green candle here that we're currently in right now could be a big one, because that's textbook bullish divergence on the daily, which is obviously a medium term time frame chart. So this could push you straight back to the top of the wedge easily, if not retesting all the way up there at what we just said at $1.47. So appreciate the super chat. That's GRT, guys. Dennis coming in clutch for you, Paul. There you go. See, it's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. You guys suggest a coin. There's probably others out there that want that coin as well, right? Teamwork makes the absolute dream work. What's going on, Spac Daddy? Appreciate you checking in. Boston gang. I know there's a couple of you from Boston. We talked about this yesterday. I'm in the Newton area. If you're near in Boston, leave it in the chat. Let me know where you are in Mass, if you guys live in Massachusetts. All right, what do we got here? Say more. I thank you for the $1 super chat. I don't see a suggestion on there, so I'm gonna move on. If you did want a coin to be talked about, let me know. I'll talk about it for you, dude. Appreciate the $1 super chat, as well as a $2 super chat as well, Dennis. My toenails are like machetes. Danny, that is awesome. That is awesome news. Keep sharpening those things, man. A little weird. All right. Yeah, I'll take a look at XLM real quick. Yeah, we looked at this earlier. So our 1.618 Fibonacci, right, from our triangle here on the 4 hour was right at that 43 cents mark, which was also our measured move of the symmetrical triangle we broke out of, right? You can see perfectly, right? So look at this. You broke out of your symmetrical triangle you're in. You also broke out of that rising channel and you back tested your symmetrical triangle. That is so bullish. I mean, you take your measure move from your breakout, it perfectly goes pretty much right up to that Fibonacci level at 43 cent, 43.9 cents, so pretty much 44 cents. That's probably your next move there. Shout out to all the, I was getting a lot of weird comments today. A lot of people fudding XLM because I made a video like 2 days ago saying XLM is going to make a move soon. XLM broke out of its symmetrical triangle, which it did. And in the video, I said it's going to back test the triangle. People were, oh, it didn't break out like you said. Well, this is why patient pays off, right? So all those people that probably sold down here missed out on, we're right now 12%, and from the wick 17%. So that's why patience pays off, guys. You usually come back down and back test patterns before pumping. Just because you pump out of a pattern doesn't mean you're going to go straight up, right? That's how the cookie crumbles. How long you been in the space? I've been in the space for, it was, I want to say the beginning of 2018. So when we were going, at least for Bitcoin, when we were going down in the bear market, that's when I really started to get into crypto. Obviously, I have a huge passion for it now. But I have a huge passion for crypto in general. All right, let's see. I sent a super chat through my wife's phone. For some reason, my phone is bull stuffing. Bull stuffing. I like that. I haven't heard that word before, but I appreciate it if you're trying to send that super chat. TA sometimes take a while to move, yeah, and you usually back test things before you really start to fly. This is a perfect reason why here, guys, if I make a video and I say a big move is coming, it's gonna come. But when you break out of a pattern, you usually back test it first. So have some patience, right? Give it a couple days and you're gonna see it pay off, which it's doing, right? And our next target is from our breakout point, right? Nice 27% move. We don't really have any resistance here. Looking left, you're right at that, right at your candle bodies here. So, what else we got here, guys? Gonna take I see a bunch of ETH, so we'll take a look at ETH. I know a lot of you guys love ETH, exactly like me. But we talked about this earlier in the stream. You're perfectly fine for ETH, right? Don't panic on ETH. You're holding your support. You can see all these candles, right? We're holding it. It's fine. As long as you were hitting this resistance, you're holding it as support. So, in my opinion, you're going to hold this support and you're probably going to round out here. Or if you do break the support, not a big deal. You're probably just coming back down and testing the wedge again. What you don't want to do, obviously, is come back into the wedge, because then you're starting from square one. But I don't think you break out of the wedge there. I don't think you break back into the wedge. You either hold one of these two lines of support 100%, or I'll say 99.9%, in case it does happen, right? On the 4-hour RSI, yeah, it's iffy. You could be making some sort of bullish divergence there, but isn't really clear yet, so I'm not going to say we are. Yeah, we'll take a look at algo for you guys. Yeah, algo looks fine. So pretty much the same as it was yesterday. You back tested this level of support, like we said. That's why I had this green line here, and you perfectly back tested it and you pumped. So once again, we had a lot of, during yesterday's stream, algo was starting to dump, right? We had a bunch of people fudding, and I tell people don't panic. It's just gonna back test this. And what did it do? It just back tested it and pumped again. And it's probably gonna go higher. It looks like you have a pretty clear support line there. And I mean, if this keeps playing the way it is, you probably have a resistance line there. You're probably just gonna flag out here before continuing higher. So I'll keep those lines like that. You could draw it by the wicks too if you want. I'll draw the wicks just to make you wick guys happy. I'll draw it by the wicks, but I'll keep that there. You're probably just going to consolidate in between these two before moving up or moving down, and we're probably retesting the screen line again. But this is looking fine, guys. All right. Is Bitcoin making any moves right now, guys? Bitcoin at 39.5. Doge is making some moves today. I'll take a look at Doge just because I want to. I didn't see it in any chats, but it always comes up eventually, so I'll look at it now. Yeah, like we said yesterday, flipping old resistance is new support. You round it out here, and now you're continuing up. Next target, 6.7 cents on Doge. Perfect. Doge is somehow holding up this. I thought this triangle was going to dump. It actually pumped up to the upside. And it still has bullish structure. So Doge looks good too, guys. Oh man. Tired today, guys. Ugh. Yeah, we can take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin, we talked about yesterday, you broke your major resistance point. You just back tested your previous resistance as support, and you continued up. You hit your next Fibonacci, which is also correlated with this local high here. Perfect. Now you're pulling back. And what you're probably going to do, not going to draw a full line, but you're probably just going to back test that as your old resistance into new support, and then bounce again. So that's pretty much what you're doing for Litecoin. Stair stepping up. But once you break this line here, you don't really got any major resistance. I mean, you got some candle bodies here that you closed. You could say you got a little bit of resistance maybe here around this area. You can see all these lines there and candle bodies. But you're probably going up to 185, like I said. You're going up to 185 eventually. Yeah, Timur, I can take a look at Hedgick for you. Appreciate the super chat, though. You're the man, dude.
Powering on. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
Got the volume on. Here we go. Take a look at Hedgick for you. Alright, so at Hedgick, let me just set this chart up real quick for you. So, pretty obvious ascending triangle. Pretty obvious ascending triangle, at least to me. and you're getting close to a breakout. So back to auto here. You don't really got an edge on the RSI. So you're really just waiting for this ascending triangle to break out. Obviously you had a little bit, you kept getting resistance. You can't break it. You broke it, you back tested as support, and then you dumped back into it. So we'll wait to see what happens on this. Your fibs here, your swing high, your swing low. You can see why you rejected there. That was your 1.618. You wicked up to it perfectly and you dumped again. So that's obviously your first point there. And then your 2.618 is up at 65 cents. So I'll keep those there for you. But those are your next targets if you break back up to the upside. If you can hold this as support, those are your next targets. Appreciate the $2 super chat though, man. You're like an OMG right now piece? Yeah, OMG looks pretty good. Take a look at OMG. Yeah, you clear wick. You pumped above it, you back tested it, and then you broke down back through it. So what you're looking at right now here, pretty clear resistance there, obviously. But yeah, I mean, you really don't got anything up until, if you can keep going, you really don't got anything until 643. We looked at this yesterday, right? It was pretty much straight up, straight down all the way through, right? So straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So if you can break this 540, you're probably going up to 643. You don't really got an edge on the 4 hour here. But I mean, you got your pretty clearish support there. So you're gonna, this looks a lot like the last chart we just looked at. You're gonna get squeezed in here. So look for a move within the next 3 days for OMG. Whether you break back down to the downside or you continue up. You're probably gonna continue up if Bitcoin keeps being bullish, right? You're probably going up to 643. Bearing Bitcoin keep going up, right? Kata, appreciate this $20 donation, man. Appreciate that, dude. That's awesome. If you want me to talk about a coin for you, let me know. I don't see a coin unless it's just hidden by that meme thing going like this. If there is a coin you want me to talk about, just let me know, man. Can you buy Ethereum now? Yeah, you definitely could. Now would actually be a decent buy to buy Ethereum because you're back testing your old support, or old resistance's new support, right? So in my opinion, any time to buy Ethereum is a good time, right? If anything, you put yourself at higher risk of losing money if you actually wait to buy, because next week could be past 2,000. So all right, guys, let's get a few more here. We just looked at Litecoin MG, so if you want to look at Litecoin, feel free to rewind the stream. Yeah, we call it loop ring. So you looked at this yesterday. You broke out of your big symmetrical triangle. We took our measured move of our triangle. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Took our measured move of our triangle. You can see it there. We did it from our breakout point. That put us pretty much right up to that 83 cents mark. So we didn't quite reach that, and we're pulling back a little bit, but this could just be a retest. Right, on the hourly. Yeah, on the hourly, looks like you double bottomed already here on the hourly, and you got higher price action, right? You can see your double bottom. You're probably just going further up. Because on the hourly, right? Obviously the hourly is really short term, so, but looks like you break your resistance on the hourly, you're back testing it, and you could pump here. Not 100% confirmed, obviously. You could make it like this. Who knows what you're in on the hourly, but it looks like you're just back testing. So, but I'm pretty sure you're going up to that around 83-cent mark. That's your measured move of the triangle. Don't really got anything on the RSI here on the hourly, on the 4 hour. Yeah, in the 4 hour you don't really got anything either. So wait and see game there for loop ring. How you guys doing in the chat? You guys doing good today? You enjoy your Saturday? We got one more day of the weekend. Got major snow coming in tomorrow. Not excited about that. Not really major. I think it's only supposed to be like 3 to 6 inches, but I don't like when it snows on Sunday. Even if I'm not doing anything, just the snow, man. That's why I want to move to Florida or Texas next year. Let's see. All right, we'll continue here. Veronica, you're in Florida. Nice. What part of Florida are you from? I'm thinking maybe Jacksonville, but haven't really decided yet. XCM. Yeah, I can look at XCM for you, my man. Yeah, you're back testing. XCM looks pretty good. See your old resistance here, many wicks up to it. You broke through it, and you're just back testing it right now. Just perfect. It's looking like a lot of altcoins that were in a short-term downtrend, and you broke that clear resistance. Also, your horizontal resistance. You're back testing your horizontal resistance instead of your downwards resistance, which is perfectly fine as well, and you continue to move up. So obviously, if we bring up our fib, top to bottom here, make sure you went right up to that 786 and you got rejected. Textbook. Obviously, your next resistance points are there. I'll draw one at the 786. And then if you can break that 32 cents mark, I'll keep this fib up here at the 1.618. Right? So these are your resistances bearing, any type of sudden dump. But right now you're looking fine. You have very slight bullish divergence, but it already played out. All right, guys. What else we got here? Can we see 43K from Bitcoin tonight? Probably not. I made this title before Bitcoin was really started its major dump, but I could be wrong. Like I said, Bitcoin is just backtesting its old resistance as new support. That's all it's doing. So realistically, it's getting a pretty good bounce right now. Decent bounce. I mean, it went all the way down to 38,600. So we're already back up $1,000 here. So for all we know, yeah, it could maybe it could be 43K later. Who knows, right? What do you think of MyBit? It's a small cap. I don't really know anything about it. Yeah, it's not even on here, but I don't really know anything about it, man. Come to Tampa. Haven't really checked out Tampa. I was thinking either Jacksonville or Miami. Yeah, the typical meme spots. Not really Jacksonville, but Miami's the typical meme spot. But honestly, anywhere in Florida, right? As long as it's 60 degrees in December and January, that's perfect. As long as there's no snow. Has there ever even been snow in Florida before? Great day in crypto, Fabio. Even though we're seeing a good sized pullback right now, it's been a good day for crypto overall. Thoughts on BEL, Bruno? Yes, SNT. BUD. Yeah, so this is SNT. Trying to see if you got any type of, I guess you kind of did there. Probably makes more sense to do it from right there. But I mean, either way, you broke your pretty clear resistance. It looks like you back tested it. Yeah, so you back tested it here, and now you're continuing your pump. It's perfect. Your top to bottom there, you already went up to your 0.618, so you got your 786. You got your clear 786, you got your 1, and you got your 1.618. Those are your next targets there. You can see them on the left. Not going to spend too much time on this, but that's generally what your targets are here based on your fibs from swing high to swing low. You already hit your 786, so, or your 618, sorry. I just got a quick drink of my jug. Quick drink of my jug, guys. Yes, I drink out of the jug. I'm one of those guys. I don't carry it around, though. All right. Would you mind checking Uni? Yeah, I can check Uni. Like I said, guys, you want your coin 100% talked about. Leave any super chat amount in by pressing that $ under say something. That's how you get me to talk about your coin 100%. So yeah, last time we looked at Uni, this is what we were looking at. We broke down here. So what we were looking at before is you didn't want to break this support. You broke it, you back tested it, and now you're continuing down. So let's look at what we could possibly be doing. So now, on the 4-hour, right, let me redraw this real quick. So on the 4-hour, you broke that pretty clear support. So where are you going now for Uni? What is a logical point for us to correct to? First, I would probably look at right here. If you were to continue the dump, obviously. Doesn't have to happen. But, I mean, you also... see if this makes any... What's going on here? Hold on one second, guys. This is going a little crazy. TradingView is acting up on me right now. There we go. So could you just be in this rising channel? Yes, but you gotta, that would make a lot of sense, right? Your old resistance here, flip it as support. So you want to hold this level you're at right now and you still be in a channel. But if you break down, yeah, I mean, it's your supports are either that channel or right here, right? Your support there. So 1750 and 1581. But you could just be in a rising channel here. So there's not really a need to panic just yet. But we'll wait to see what happens with that, man. Appreciate all you guys in here today. Can we get this up to 100 likes? Can we get the stream up to 100 likes? I'm actually going to change the title here too. Okay. How about Polkadot? Polka, our old friend Polkadot. Yeah, I mean, you're just consolidating. So, looks like you're just making a typical, pretty typical symmetrical triangle there on the 4 hour. Right, it's probably something more like this, a little bit longer time frame. There we go. You're probably gonna break out of it by noon on Monday, at the latest. But you're really just, this is more bullish to me than anything, because you're really just back testing your old resistance as new support once again. I mean, you can look at your measured moves out of this. Right, if you broke out, say, tomorrow at some point, your measure move would bring you all the way up here at the 24 bucks. But if you go to 24 bucks, you're probably going to 25. It's more of a psychological area. But I'll mark that measure move there. And if you break at some point down here, technically your measure move back down is around 1750. But you're probably going to get support if you drop back down, probably at that 1890 mark. At your previous highs there. That would make a lot of sense. But that's Polka. 88 flip dot. Of course it is. How long have we been talking about Cardano on this channel, right? For weeks. We were talking about Cardano before it really even started moving. So I would like to think that all of us in here and all of us that my other subscribers on my channel that aren't in the stream right now, we manipulated the price of Cardano up. I know that's probably not true, but I like to kind of trick myself into thinking that's true. Will TRX pump today? We can look at Tron again. So we're really close, right? Our long-term symmetrical triangle, super long-term. It looks like we want to break out here, but we haven't done it yet. It just doesn't want to do it just yet. So it's close though. It's super, super close. Right, you're edging your head right above that resistance.
Can you please look at algo and any thoughts of it hitting $3 by March?
Hold on one second, guys. That was loud. That was super loud. Let me turn that down for a second. Anyways, we can see that we've gotten fake out. We've gotten a fake out up here before, so we got to see what happens here. Is this going to be a fake out? We'll got to see. Alessio, appreciate the $5 super chat. Can you please look at algo and any thoughts of it hitting $3 by March? Let's take a look. Yeah, so right now we're at 81 cents, so $3 by March. I mean, if you look at that's about a 4x. So that's a lot by March. If I'm a betting man, right, gun to my head, do we hit $3 by March? I'm going to say no. Do we hit $3 eventually? I'm going to say 100% yes. It's just a matter of when, right? Right now, we looked at this a little earlier. You broke out of your long-term rising wedge. You back tested it as support. You're continuing up here. And it looks like you're in some sort of symmetrical triangle, or trying to attempt to make a symmetrical triangle right after you back tested your old resistance as new support. So this is still completely bullish structure. And, you know, if this, I mean, it's not confirmed it's symmetrical triangle yet, but that's what it's looking like to me. So when you get a move out of this, you're probably looking at a price somewhere up near $1. So could be a big move coming up for algo pretty soon. We've already gotten a big move, so this could get big for algo pretty soon. $1 in the next couple days could happen. Appreciate the super chat though, man. But I'm gonna have to say $3 by March, probably not. If you ask me by May, I'm gonna say yes. But by March, probably not. Let's see. Might dump, but hopefully not, especially as a virtual game that is decentralized, pick up steam with social distancing and VR popularity. All right. EGLD. Yeah, I think EGLD, Hans. Appreciate you hopping in the stream again. EGLD, our target there, when we looked at this last time, right? We are in our long-term rising channel. We broke out of it, back tested it. Our measured move of that was at $100.60. You're gonna have, right? As much as the TA might not say you're gonna have it, you're gonna have some psychological resistance at the $100 mark. That is such a what's the word I'm looking for? Psychological resistance that you're probably going to get wicked off there. So look for probably some consolidation under $100 while it's also kind of your move, your measure move. Appreciate all you guys in here. You guys are the best. All you guys that come out to my stream every single day, appreciate you guys. Guess we got people out doing stuff today. Yesterday we got people coming in here like crazy, right? Almost 200 something viewers yesterday. I guess people are doing stuff on this Saturday, you know? People weren't doing something yesterday. Guess that's the name of the game on the weekends, right? Yeah, I can take a look at Cosmos for you, my dude. So for Cosmos, switch to the daily on Cosmos. So you're already on price discovery. So you had some type of long, yeah, you broke that. Okay, you're gonna moon for Cosmos. You can see your clear, very, very long-term resistance line here. Very, very clear. So probably moon time. Look at our fib here from swing high to swing low on this. Yeah, I mean you're closed below that 1.618. Your next target, if you can keep running, which you probably will based on that long-term daily chart. Your next three targets are right there. Looking at $16, 1964, and 2187. Those are your next fib levels from this swing high to this swing low. If you can keep running. Okay, you got a little bit of upwards resistance, it looks like. Yeah, you got some like elongating rising channel going on. So we'll see what happens with that. Yes, you could draw it, but not connecting that one. A little bit of a rising channel going on. So maybe you come back down and back test this as support before moving up. But you breaking this long-term resistance line with these two hits, this hit and this hit, is pretty big. And it's pretty clear. I mean, you got resistance on it again, resistance on it again, right? It's even a little lower than that, right? Yeah, right there on the wick. So you got resistance on it again, you pumped up out of it. That's when you got the massive, massive candle here. And you hit the top of the rising channel. So you probably, maybe, like I said, you maybe can come back down, back test this as new support. Or you can keep running with how bullish this is. All right. Yeah, look at Theta. Theta coin. Not Theta BTC. That's probably not a good chart. Yeah, so Theta, we looked at it. You broke out of your symmetrical triangle. Pretty clear breakout of that symmetrical triangle. And now you're coming back down to back test it as support. So you're fine, right? Yeah, you're dumping a little bit. It is what it is. You're probably just going to back test this. Whoops. You're probably just going to back test this as support, all right? And then continue up. That's probably what you're going to do for Theta. Your measured move on that was all the way up here at about $3.33. $3.33 is your measured move out of that. So you're probably going up to that level. XRP. Haven't had a lot of XRP requests lately. XRP used to be like all anyone ever wanted to talk about. XRP. Yeah, from the wicks. Let me take that from the wicks. From the wicks, it looks like, yeah, perfect resistance there. So you're probably just going to end up flagging out here. It's going to end up being a nice little symmetrical triangle. It looks like you get a shorter term symmetrical triangle, switch to the 4 hour. So inside that long-term symmetrical triangle, you get a fake out. So we'll see what happens. So there's not much on the 4 hour, right? There's not much of a pattern going on here. I guess you got a little bit of a support and resistance flip, right? Old resistance right there, right? Old resistance flipping this new support, but not really a pattern on the short-term time frame. And you don't really got an edge on the 4 hour RSI. So it's a waiting to see game on what happens with XRP as well. But you're in, I mean, on the daily, you're just in this kind of big consolidation here. But who knows what happens there? Who really knows what happens? This is a definite wait and see game here as well. All right, guys, we're probably going to end up, probably got another about 15 minutes or so left on the stream tonight. Appreciate all you guys that are in here. If you want your coin to 100% be talked about, leave that super chat, pressing that $sign underneath, say something. Got about 15 minutes left, like I said. Can we look at band? We can look at band, yep. Band on that old little tether. So on band on the 4 hour, you broke out of your symmetrical triangle. Perfect, right? Right now, as it stands, look what you're making, guys. You're making this 4 hour bullish divergence. So this realistically should push you up to the upside if technical analysis is to be respected, right? This should push you up to the upside. And your target here, you guys know the measured move target of this symmetrical triangle was $14.19. So if this 4-hour RSI is to continue, should push you up to $14.19 is your next target. Yeah, I can look at Tezos. Take a look at Tezos for you. Tezos still in this rising channel. Nothing's really changed. Wish I can say it has, but on the daily, pretty clear, right? Pretty clear rejection off the top of that. And it looks like it could be doing some. I'll put this resign here, but this was kind of your resistance back here. Could be flipping it as support now, but right now you're getting another red candle. So if you break this, you're probably going back down here, but it's a wait and see game there. You don't really got an edge on the RSI, bullishly or bearishly. So you're at a crossroads. Do you break the support or do you continue up to the upside? You're really at a crossroads there, right? Digibyte. Take a look at Digibyte there for your crypto. Sorry if I'm missing you in the chat. I'm trying to keep up as best as I can. Can't guarantee that everyone gets picked. The only way you can guarantee is by the super chat. All right. I'm just letting you guys know so you guys don't get mad at me like I'm ignoring you. I'm literally just looking at the chat, picking them out a bit randomly, right? So I'm not ignoring you. I promise. So Digibyte, looking kind of similar to Tezos. I mean, kind of in this rising channel on the daily, kind of an awkward rising channel, but you guys can still get the general gist here. Got nothing on the RSI, on the daily, on the 4-hour. 4-hour is a little bit different. 4 hours like kind of like more like that. But on the 4-hour, do you have any type of, you don't really got anything going on in the 4-hour either. So we're waiting on the hour. We're gonna switch to the hourly. On the hourly, you got a little bit of clear support. I don't know if that's gonna hold. If it does, it looks like you're flagging out a little bit at least. So if you can hold that, you probably just continue flagging out here. All right, guys, if you guys are new to the channel too, make sure you smack that subscribe button down below. Don't miss any of my live streams. I also make 2 crypto videos every single day for you guys. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you click that subscribe button down below, all right? Good time to enter long on ADA. It's never a bad time. Yeah, we're mooning right now, but it depends on your time scale, right? If you plan on holding Cardano for a good amount of time, it's going to go up in value over a long term, right? But if you plan on selling tomorrow, yeah, probably not the best time to buy, right? So it all depends on your time preference as far as that goes, right, guys? What's the deal with ETH? Alyssa, the deal with ETH, all right, is you're just back testing your old resistance, flipping it as new support. You want to hold this green line. If you don't hold this green line, you're going to back test the top of this rising wedge. It loads. Come on, TradingView, you can do it. It's because we're on the 4-hour. So if you break this green line, which is your clear old resistance, you don't continue holding it as support, you don't get a bounce, you're probably just going to go bounce off your rising wedge for Ethereum, right? That's all there is for Ethereum. Stellar BTT, so much good looking, inexpensive coin. Buy a little here and there and don't touch it. Exactly. All right. The game plan that we have on this channel is we're investors. At least I'm an investor, and I hope you guys are as well. My plan is to sell at closer to the end of this year, but I'm more of a hodler rather than a day trader, right? Are all coins going to dump on Chinese New Year? No, they won't dump. The Chinese people, right? They got enough money. They don't need to dump on Chinese New Year, right? We didn't see a Christmas dump this year, did we? No. We pumped all throughout Christmas throughout the US. So I think we'll be fine there, right? Even during pandemic, we saw Bitcoin pump up. Even though everyone technically needs their Christmas money, we still pumped up. Chainlink. Can take a quick look at Chainlink. We haven't looked at that yet today. I did make a video on Chainlink today specifically, so if any of you guys are interested in that, go check out my channel after the stream. I have a specific video on Chainlink. I also made one on Uniswap today, so go check those out after I end the stream today. But yeah, Chainlink, you had your bullish divergence. That pumped you out of your ascending triangle. It looks like you're coming back in though. Like I said in the stream, you didn't want to come back into this ascending triangle, but you did. So you just want to hold this as support now. So all you want to do is just hold that as support. If you don't, well, then we can look at downside targets. But everything's fine until you break this back down. Could have a little bit of wedge action going on here too. So I'm gonna extend this out in case this ends up actually being the case. Could have a little bit of a wedge. So we'll wait and see on this wedge as well for Chainlink. But yeah, this makes it looks like a lot of sense to me at least. All right, guys, I'll answer a few more questions in the chat. Appreciate all you guys tuning in right now. Can we get those likes up to 150 likes? We got 120 people in here. Means we only need 43 of those people to hit the like button. Definitely appreciate that, guys. Yeah, we took a look at Litecoin earlier. If you guys missed the Litecoin, just feel free to go find it in the stream. It might be a little hard. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half now. VET. Take a look at VET real quick for you guys. I think last time we looked at this, you didn't want to make that head and shoulders. Right now, you're still kind of rounding out. So, like we said last time, guys, we don't want to break our old resistance, turn it into new support, but we got a little bit of a head and shoulders action if we can't break this red line. So we just don't want to come back down to support because that would kind of confirm our head and shoulders, right? We want to break this red line to really nullify this as a head and shoulders. That's basically what we're looking at right now. We got nothing on the RSI as of yet, so we'll wait and see what happens there. But you got a pretty clear support line building up, so You gotta see a move soon. You gotta either break this 3 cents mark, or you gotta break the support line back down. So you gotta see a move probably by Monday at 4 o'clock. Appreciate all the support in today's stream, guys. As always, you guys make me want to come back and do this every single day. I generally could, like I've been saying, I generally could sit here for 8 hours and stream for you guys, if I could, but I just have too much stuff going on. So I try to typically stream between 1 and 2 hours a day, usually closer to the 2-hour mark. The graph GRT. Yeah, I can look at the graph real quick. The graph. It's got an incomplete chart. Hold on. Coinbase. Yeah, so on Coinbase, this looks a little better. Obviously, you broke your all-time highs. Let me plot that there. Plot that there. Okay. So you broke your all-time highs here. You already back-tested your all-time highs. You're pumping there. You already back-tested your new all-time highs, right? So looks like you're building a pretty clear resistance there, but it looks like generally you're probably just in a rising channel that you haven't came back down and tested the bottom of yet. So we'll see. I mean, you could even extend this out a little longer. There you go. But yeah, generally you're in a rising channel, but you're looking bullish right now, right? You're stair-stepping, right? Resistance into support. Resistance into support. So this could just continue up here. In 4 hour, that might be on the daily. Hold up. Yeah, man. As of right now, right, this green candle should be a good one. There it is. You got your bullish divergence on daily, right? From your last swing low, swing low, swing low, swing low. So this green candle should push you up to the upside here. In theory, in general theory, right? But that's GRT. Do you trade on Gherkin? No, I do not. I use Binance. I live in the US, but there is a way to use it in the US. And then for stuff that's not on Binance, I'll use Coinbase. But I'm generally not a trader, man. I'm more just an investor. I look for longer term trades. I do post the shorter term technicals on here, so you guys can do trades if you do want to do shorter term swing trades. But generally, we just look at kind of where things are going in the medium long term. If you're new. But I appreciate the super chat though, dude. Appreciate the support there. All right, guys. I'm probably gonna I'll answer a few more questions for about 5 minutes, and then I'm probably gonna ending the stream there. Appreciate all you guys who have tuned out today. So if you got any questions for me, just leave them in the chat. Appreciate all you guys tuning out every single day. It's been awesome. Generally enjoyed loving doing these live streams for you. New here, bro. What do you think about Bitcoin? I love Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's my largest holding in my portfolio. But I generally do talk about altcoins more. Just because of Bitcoin, I do love Bitcoin. It's more saturated on YouTube, so I try to do other things that the other YouTubers aren't really doing. So I try to switch it up a little bit for you guys. I could talk about Bitcoin every day, but I don't. What Bitcoin's doing right now is just going back down to retest its old support at about 38,700. Right, it already did wick down there, so now you're getting a decent bounce. You're already almost back up to 40K now, so your Bitcoin's fine, right? So don't worry about Bitcoin in the short term, right? It could go a little bit lower, who knows? But we're in a short-term bull trend right now. Obviously, macro, long-term, medium-term, we've been going down, but short-term, we've been going up. So if we can break our previous local high, we're breaking our old local high, or we're probably going up to 50K, right? Look at BTC on Coinbase. Hold up. This is the chart here. So you wicked off your previous local high. You're just coming back down to retest. As you can see, your daily candle was still green. Your new daily candle is still green. So there's nothing to worry about. People just get worked up with the giant wicks. Guys, we're still in the general uptrend. Nothing to worry about there, right? I want to trade, currently investing, but have no idea what trading actually is or how. Currently have Kraken, Crypto.com. If you want to trade, I mean, it depends what country you're in. Obviously, you can't use Binance in the US unless you're using some type of IP, where you can change your IP address and stuff like that, VPN. But if you, any of those should really do. Any really exchange, Binance is good. If you're outside the US, but Kraken's good. Yeah. Bitfinex is also a good one. So it really depends on what part of the country you're in. I heard I haven't used it personally, but I heard Swissborg is a good new one. So check that out. But appreciate the support, Jay. Dogecoin has been pretty good lately, guys. Dogecoin has been pumping, right? And I thought once I had that one giant pump a couple days ago, I really thought it was going to start dumping. I really did. I had a little bit invested just for the memes, just to be part of the movement, right? I don't actually believe in Dogecoin, but I did buy some just for the memes. And I was prepared to lose all that investment. I was prepared for Dogecoin. I was going to say Ditcoin, right? Ditcoin. But I was prepared for Dogecoin to go back down. And it didn't. It's just consolidating. And if anything, it's going up, right? It's crazy. Right? This is crazy. Right? I expected... After this pump, I expected it to sell off. It didn't. After this pump, I expected it to sell off. It didn't, and now it's making new highs. So it's crazy. It's really crazy. Dogecoin just keeps going. So I mean, you can't call it out. You can't really do technical analysis on this. If you did and you looked at the fundamentals, you would say Dogecoin's going to dump, but it's not. Hey, it's all right, Elias. You can always rewind it, rewatch it, right? Don't need to watch it live. Appreciate you tuning in late. Late better than never, though. Just kidding. But you can once this is done, you can go back and rewatch it. It gets uploaded to my channel. Yeah, Tezos, man, we're just in a rising channel. Right, I'm not gonna look at it again. I've looked at it twice in the stream, but it's just in a rising channel. Until it breaks out of the rising channel, it's just a wait and see game. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get off here. Appreciate all the support again in today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow, probably around the same time, probably around 8 o'clock tomorrow, like our typical streams are usually. And I'll see you guys in that stream. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, all right? If you're up here in Mass, it's going to snow. So hopefully it's not snowing wherever you guys are. But I'm not looking forward to that. But it's all right. We'll get through it. But I'll see you guys in tomorrow's videos. Make sure you guys go check it out. If you guys are new to the stream, smack that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds, just a quick button press. And you guys won't miss any of my 2 videos per day or my daily streams at 8 o'clock. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream and videos. Peace out.